Hello, hello, everyone. I am Sarah Glenn. Welcome to Discover and Nourish. Okay, today I want to talk about what if we removed something? What if we took away tasks that suck all the joy out of life? How would that feel? Right? Like, drop in the comments for me. How would that feel for you if you were able to just let go of a task that you hate to do? And the reason I want to talk about this is because a lot of the time we take on all the things. I mean, we try to be everything for everybody all the time, and that can just suck all the energy out of you. And then there's nothing left for you to do the things that you truly desire, building your own business, whatever the case may be. So, welcome to Discover and Nourish. I am Sarah Glenn. And inside of this page, we are going to uncover all of the ways that we can elevate your day to day. And we're going to be doing that with good vibes, good food, and good people. That's really my main focus because I pride myself on my positivity and really just getting all of the BS out of my life. It takes practice. You guys, we live in a world that is always telling us to add to our to-do list. Go do more yoga, eat more protein, read more books, get more Botox. Like, no, thank you. I have enough on my task list. I don't need to add another thing. So that's why we're talking about removing things today. And it's really unfortunate, but most of us have this false belief that we must be and do everything and that we're not allowed to ask for help and that, you know, what we are doing on our task list, it's okay if it doesn't bring us joy. You guys, no, that's what drains you. That's what makes you feel depleted. That's what makes you feel just at the end of the day. So we need to try to eliminate some of those things. And it takes a really conscious effort to do so. And I'm here to help because I've gone through this journey myself. And I'm really feeling like I'm on the other side of it where I can openly talk about and help other people do the same because I tell you what, like I've trudged through the mud for a very long time and I do feel like I'm a different person because I went through that struggle and I did the internal work. That's another thing. Self-care is, people think it's like this, oh, very simple, la-di-da kind of thing. No, I tell you what, self-care takes a lot of work, especially if you're a busy, busy person because you have to set time aside to pour into yourself. And that means you have to remove something else. If you continue to add and add and add, you're just going to be overwhelmed and overstressed, right? So that's a whole nother topic, self-care, right? But I know that you guys are amazing, but we are still all human. So let's take a really deep breath and let's all say it together. It is okay to ask for help. So comment below. I'm curious with like, what's an activity or a task of yours that it doesn't bring you any joy every time you do it? Maybe it's daily, maybe it's monthly. Every time you do it, you're like, oh, I just wish this was not part of something that I was responsible for. And drop that in the comments for me. And no judgment here. Like it can be anything. Maybe it's picking your kid up from school. Maybe it's doing the laundry. Maybe it's cooking dinner. For me, it's cleaning my house. I love to have a clean house. I love to have it nicely decorated and all the things, but scrubbing a toilet and cleaning the shower just brings me no joy. And that's something that on my hard days and I look and I see that there's a dirty bathroom, I just remind myself, it's okay. I can outsource that. I can hire somebody out to do that because I'm working really hard to build my business. And that is something that's going to bring me a return, not cleaning the toilets. So you just have to be okay with asking for help. It's a really big thing. So I'm curious to see what kind of activities you guys are thinking that you can sort of eliminate or delegate, right? So we're going to shift gears a little bit. Now that we've kind of decluttered our minds a little, I'm going to share a hot tip with all of you guys, especially you entrepreneurs out there that are discovering that social media and design is such a huge part of growing a business, especially when you're online. If 2022 taught us anything, it is that brick and mortar businesses are not the future, right? Growing a business online, and maybe you have a really successful brick and mortar, that's fantastic. But having a presence online is super, super valuable to you right now because that's where everybody is living, essentially. For the good or the bad of it, however you want to see it. But that is where commerce is happening. It is happening online. And if you're really unsure about how to step into that space, that's exactly why I'm on here talking about it, because I have been taking loads of business training and doing a lot of my own research and reading a lot of books because this topic is super exciting. And the evolution of it all is just super cool to share with y'all. And I'm having fun doing it. So I'm going to keep coming on and sharing. And if you're an entrepreneur growing a business, either exclusively online or maybe out in the real world, and you're trying to get onto the online space, I'm absolutely here to help you. So I'm all about finding a better way to do business, a better way to do life, streamlining things. And I am a big problem solver. That's just in my nature. So when I discover a new task or a new app, or there's something out there that I'm like, okay, this is really going to elevate my business, I will spend the most amount of time trying to figure it out because I want to be the person that figures out those things. It makes me feel really good. It's part of just who I am. I like to do that. But I understand a lot of people aren't like that. So I'm going to be coming on here and I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks on how to sort of simply elevate your business online, elevate your life, like whatever you're looking to do, whether it be health and wellness or you're growing some sort of business online. I'm going to share all of my tips and tricks with you guys, hopefully make your life a little easier. So I'm going to do a quick screen share, and I'm curious, drop in the comments for me, who uses Canva? Like, are you familiar with it? Are you, scale of 1 to 10, 0 being like, what the heck is Canva? 10's like, I'm a freaking badass at it. Sorry. I'm curious who uses it because it is an incredible application. There is a free version of it. I've decided recently to upgrade to the paid version, but it's really not that all that expensive. But what I'm going to share with you today is actually a free, I'm just going to choose the free version stuff. And I'm going to do a quick screen share on some tips on how to make your designs more dynamic. This is super, super simple. Let's see, let me do there we go. That's a little better, right? Okay. I'm going to toggle over so I can actually see what I'm looking at. And we're going to do a vision board because why not? It's something that I try to do monthly, typically. Our goals are always changing, right? So this vision board is not dynamic. And when I say dynamic, I mean it's not animated, it's not moving around, it's just a standalone photo, essentially. And this is great to keep it this way if you want to put it on like your phone screensaver or something like that. But let's say we want to make it more dynamic. You literally can click on animate. And, oh, I'm sorry. I need to actually select. So I'm going to select the entire portion here and I'm going to click on animate. All of these page animations, like you can see all the different options. And look how fun that is. It just sort of, it makes the image pop. So let's say you wanted to create a vision board and you wanted to share it in your Instagram stories. How fun is it? Oh, I like this one. That one's like, it's vibing with me. How fun is that to have a vision board that moves? And it's in Instagram stories, so it's super dynamic. It catches the eye, and you could even ask a question. You could do a little like poll in your stories. It's like, who does vision boards? Especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to connect with other entrepreneurs, you can be like, do a little poll. Yes, absolutely. Make sure you're always using the positives. Don't throw in a no. And then, of course, you can change what's listed here if you want it to not say 2024, because we're not quite there yet, y'all. So let's say 2022 goals, right? These photos, these images can be edited. You can go into Elements and you can search. Let's say I want to make an extra $1,000 this month. I'm going to type in money. I'm going to select one of the images and I'm just going to drop it right into, where is it? There it goes. Right into that square. And it sort of just grabs it and resizes it. This app has so many functions. It's super, super cool. But that's something I wanted to share with you guys because, oh, you know what? I think you didn't see what I was doing. Let me do a new share. Let me do a new share. You know, it's not always perfect. Let's go to, yep, I don't think you saw what I was doing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so now you see. So what I have here is up at the top, there's this option, these little 3 circles. That's an animation feature. So what we have is everything can be moving around. And so like I mentioned before, you can throw it into your Instagram stories and it can be dynamic. So I chose fun as the filter. And then I just double clicked on this and we can say November goals. I changed this photo here by clicking on Elements, typed in money, because I want to make an extra $1,000 this month, right? And you just click on it and you drag it right into the photo. Like, how cool is that? And this is 5 seconds worth of video. So if you wanted to extend it, like for example, an Instagram slide is 15 seconds, you could do that. You could just make it 15 seconds. You could make it less. And then you go to check out what you've done by clicking on this plus sign over here. So I'll do a stop share. That was a little wonky. Sorry about that. I didn't realize the second tab when it opened, you weren't going to see it, but we got it figured out. So after the screen share, hopefully you guys saw that the animation feature is so easy to get to, and it makes all of the graphics so much more dynamic and really, really like attractive. You can throw it into the Instagram stories and it's super easy. If you want to see more tips and tricks like this, just drop Canva in the comments below and I'll get you an invite to my free Canva workshop that I'm going to be doing. I would love to have you there because finding a balance in your life and in your business can be really, really tricky. And I'm here to help you discover and nourish the things that bring you joy. So I really look forward to seeing you inside of my free Canva workshop. And until then, have a fantastic day.